Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by another distinguished guest, Jessica Dorsey, who is the Director of In-Home Services at the Raleigh County Commission on Aging, joins us this morning. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know we were talking a little bit before the show started about the Raleigh County Commission on Aging and how great the building is and how wonderful it is that you all are doing what you're doing for our seniors in the community. So for people that may not be familiar with the commission, what do you all do?
Well, I feel like the Commission on Aging is really a hidden gem in our community. We offer lots of activities for seniors and in-home programs as well. We offer Meals on Wheels, meals daily at the center, in-home programs that help with activities of daily living, and we just have a variety of activities. We offer bingo, Bible study, history class, support groups for diabetes and stroke, and an exercise facility.
It's really wonderful, and I see that sometimes, you know, when you are covering events and things like that, you all have a full house a lot of times, and I see the community loves to come out. So
we do.
It's really awesome that, you know, you do all these things, and you've been able to build a community amongst our seniors so they can keep connected with each other.
Yes.
It's really awesome. And what in-home programs do you offer at the Commission?
We offer a variety of in-home programs. We do the Medicaid waiver program, the Medicaid Personal Care Program, Lighthouse Program, FAIR Program, and we have recently added the Veterans Homemaker Services as well.
Awesome. And if I'm understanding correctly, the Veterans Homemaker Service, it's to help veterans stay in their homes, but still receive, you know, the care that they need.
Yes, the Veterans Homemaker Services are designed to keep the veterans in their homes. We send in a caregiver that can assist them with activities of daily living, such as bathing, dressing, grooming, housekeeping, and meal preparation.
Well, that's awesome. And I know that that could be a scary thing and a really challenging thing to, you know, be aging and, you know, you've been in your home for however many years and to feel like you may have to leave your home as much as you love it. And it's really great that y'all are giving them that opportunity to stay where they are but still get the help that they need.
Yes, our goal, not just for the veterans but all the senior citizens, is just to help them remain as independent for as long as they possibly can.
Absolutely, absolutely. And can you tell me a little bit more about the Medicaid waiver program?
Yes, the Medicaid waiver program is designed for individuals who need assistance in their home, but their income is too high for traditional Medicaid. But with this program, they can make up to $2,829 a month and still qualify for Medicaid and receive a caregiver in their home to assist them with activities of daily living.
Wow, and that's really important as well. So,
yes.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, some people out there watching can benefit from that.
Yes, yep. I think it's not something that a lot of people are aware of, and it's a great program because they also receive Medicaid to help with those medical expenses, even though their income is above the traditional Medicaid threshold.
And I know sometimes it's difficult to find that type of health insurance, especially for an affordable rate. So that's a really great resource.
Yes.
Awesome. And who is, well, you already kind of told me who's eligible for it, but what is the process for applying to this program?
The first thing they would do is fill out the medical necessity evaluation request, and anyone at our agency can help them with that. If they want to give us a call, we can help them with that process. But that's the initial application. And that has their information, and then we send it to the physician that fills out a section with their medical diagnoses. Once that form is completed by the physician, we send it into the state. DHHR then sends them a packet of paperwork for a financial verification to make sure that everything is below that threshold with their assets and income. Once their finances have been verified, a nurse from the state from from a company called Essentra comes out to do an assessment on their care needs, and that nurse determines their level of care. That's how many hours that they are eligible for to receive the caregiver services. Once that nurse has done that assessment, then our nurses come in, do an assessment, and then we can send a caregiver in. It is a lengthy process. It usually takes 2 to 3 months, but it's definitely worth it once it's completed.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say that. I was like, it sounds like it's worth it. You know, I'm sure you have to go through the proper parameters and protocols, but once you get to that finished, you know, once it's completed, I feel like that's a really great thing. And I'm sure it's something a lot of people need out there. So really, really awesome. Can caregivers provide transportation on this program?
Yes, with the Medicaid waiver program, they can provide transportation for essential errands and community activities. And the essential errands would include grocery shopping, picking up their medications from the pharmacy, and community activities would be any other shopping that they want to do or any other community activities that they would like to participate in.
That's awesome, and I know that's a big thing too, that lessen mobility or lack of mobility to get where you need to go sometimes. I know that that's a big issue sometimes with our aging population, so it's really wonderful that we have caregivers that can help them out like that. Awesome. And can you tell me more about the Medicaid Personal Care Program?
Yes, the Medicaid Personal Care Program is really similar to the Medicaid Waiver Program, but that program is for individuals who have traditional Medicaid. So their income would need to be $943 a month or less, and they have traditional Medicaid. The application process is the same, and the state nurse would come out and do an assessment to determine their level of care and how many hours they would be eligible for, and then we would send a caregiver into their home.
Awesome. So it's kind of the same process, but the same, well, not so much the same benefits, but benefits nonetheless.
Yes.
Awesome. And is there any specific type of eligibility for the Medicaid personal care, well, other than being a Medicaid recipient already?
It's for elderly and disabled individuals that have traditional Medicaid. So they would need to already have the Medicaid insurance to qualify for that program.
Awesome. All right, so just to recap, Medicaid waiver, you do not have to be a a traditional Medicaid recipient, but personal care you do.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So we got that information right. And if you feel that this is something you could benefit from, please look into it and go get the care that you deserve, and especially affordable care, because there are a lot of things that we can't just ignore with our care, regardless of age, but especially our aging population. Please take care of yourself. And what is the Lighthouse program?
The Lighthouse program is a grant-funded program that's funded by monies from the West Virginia State Lottery. And that is for individuals whose income is too high for either of the Medicaid programs, but they still need assistance in their home. And if they are 60 or older and need assistance with 5 or more care needs, they can qualify for that program. There is a small cost share involved with that, which is different than the Medicaid programs. We take their income and subtract their medical expenses and then put it into a sliding scale to determine their fee.
Yeah. It's dependent on income, you say. It's a sliding scale, you said, to determine the fee.
Yes. It starts out around $1.50, but can be more or less, so it's very affordable.
Gotcha.
But it really just depends on what their monthly income is. And with that program, they can get up to 13 hours a week of someone to come in and assist them with their activities of daily living.
Oh, nice. Nice. It's awesome that there seems to be so many different programs. And then we also have the FAIR program.
Yes, the FAIR program is a wonderful program for individuals with Alzheimer's and dementia. And it's designed to give the primary caregiver a break from providing that care. Because as you know, if you're providing care to someone with Alzheimer's and dementia, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it can be difficult for them to get away and get a break. With that program, it's designed as a companionship program. So the caregivers go in and do activities with the individual with Alzheimer's and dementia so that their primary caregiver can get away for a little bit and get a break and do something for themselves.
Wow, that's really major.
Yes.
They talk a lot about like how especially family caregivers have to take care of someone in their family that is sick, they have Alzheimer's or dementia or cancer, and how sometimes it can be an emotional and a physically like hard thing to do. So to give them just that
Yes.
little bit of time is really, I'm sure that that does wonders for them.
Yes, it's really beneficial for them to step away for a little bit and get a break and sort of reset to then be able to continue to provide the care. But it's really easy to get burnout in that situation and get fatigued. And so it's really good that we have that program that we can send somebody in and just to sit with them. And it also gives the individual with dementia socialization and some companionship and somebody new to talk to.
Absolutely, because I know that that can be, I believe it's also like Alzheimer's Awareness Month too this September. There have been a couple walks going on around through West Virginia to raise awareness and to raise money. And you know, it's just it's a frightening disease, you know, to think about. And I'm sure the people who suffer from it, they're frightened as well.
Yes.
So, you know, it's awesome to be able to, that there's a program to really help out the caregivers of that, and also like expose the people that are suffering to new people and possibly even make their day just with that socialization. So that's really awesome. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, let's see. We talked a little bit about the Veterans Homemaker Services and how that helps some of our veterans stay in their homes, but also receive that care. So how can veterans sign up to take advantage of that?
They would need to speak to their physician at the VA and ask them to refer them to the Homemaker Services. They can also contact the Community Health Department at the Beckley VA, and those nurses there are wonderful and they can help them, guide them through the process.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we see the Beckley VAMC quite a lot, so shout out to them. And if you are a veteran and you're interested in these services, please get in touch with the VA so you can take advantage of that. Can family members be trained to be caregivers with the Commission on Aging, or do you all kind of outsource caregivers?
If a family member wants to become a caregiver, as long as they are not the spouse or the legal guardian, then they can actually get hired through us to become a caregiver and get paid to provide that care. And I think that's something that's really great, because a lot of times family members have to quit their jobs to take care of their loved ones, and this can kind of help with the financial burden.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I would love to talk more about that, but we're going to go on our first break. Do you mind plugging some of the contact information so everybody knows where to find the Raleigh County Commission on Aging?
Sure. We are located at 1614 South Kanawha Street in Beckley, and our phone number is 304-255-1397.
Awesome. All right, and you all guys come back. I will be right back here talking about the Raleigh County Commission on Aging, all the services and all the programs that they provide to help out our aging population. Welcome back to Sunday's Community Forum. I'm here with Director Jessica Dorsey of In-Home Services for the Raleigh County Commission on Aging, and we're talking about all the programs and services that they have available for our aging community. So before we went to break, we were talking about family members becoming caregivers, and you said that that is possible through the Raleigh County Commission, but what is the process for a family member that does want to become the, overall caretaker of one of their relatives?
Sure. They would contact our staffing coordinators in our in-home services department and let them know that they're interested in becoming caregivers. Once they've done the application process, there are online courses that go through different aspects of caregiving, and then there is a background check, drug screen, CPR, first aid, and an orientation class. And once that's completed, then they can provide the services to their family members on one of our programs.
Awesome. And really giving them the skills that they need to, effectively take care of that, of their family member, with,
Yes.
the CPR and things such as that, because I know that can kind of be scary going into it. Even, being a healthcare worker, whether it's a commission on aging or a hospital, things like that, it can be scary to go through those kind of situations and be the caregiver.
Yeah.
So it's awesome that you're giving them that that education and that security.
Yes, they go through 10 hours of online courses that goes over the caregiving process and what to do in those specific situations.
Awesome. And I see that you all have an open house coming up on September 24th for National Senior Center Month, which is this September. So what inspired you all to host an open house to sort of let people in to see what's going on with you guys?
We wanted to showcase our facility and educate the community on the services that we offer. And I think it's a good opportunity for people in the community to come and view our facility. We're going to be doing tours and having guest speakers and some entertainment. So I think it's just a great opportunity for the members of the community to learn more about our agency and what we do.
Awesome. And that is September 24th from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So you guys, if you really are curious about the Raleigh County Commission on Aging and everything that they do over there, make sure that you take advantage of that open house. And what is the community impact that you've seen with the Raleigh County Commission on Aging? I don't know if you all have had an open house or anything before, or you do this often, but when you see these people come in and they're not familiar with what you all do and they get to see everything, what is usually the reaction?
I think people are surprised that we offer so many different programs. We do the meals every day in the lunchroom, in the dining room. We provide Meals on Wheels to the community. We have an adult daycare for individuals with Alzheimer's and dementia, an exercise facility, and then of course all of our in-home caregiver programs.
Awesome. And going back to the Meals on Wheels, because I know that's a major thing. We plug a lot of food banks and things just through the news because we understand that there is a need, for food in our community. There are a lot of food insecure people, and I'm sure that seniors are a part of that as well. So what do they have to do to take advantage of the Meals on Wheels program?
They would need to contact our agency. Janet Walton and Judy Mills are in charge of that program, so those would be the individuals that they needed to contact regarding that. But it is a great program because there are so many people in our community that have food insecurities or can't get out to go to the grocery store or even prepare meals for themselves. And so not only do our drivers deliver the meals, but it also gives the elderly in our community someone that checks on them several times a week and just someone to socialize with for a few minutes and just let them know that somebody cares about them.
Absolutely. And I think it's a way to make some friends too. Like, you never know where you can make a friend, especially with somebody that you see every so often. And I think it's just creating more people to care about, in this community and creating the community. So that's really awesome.
And our drivers really care about the seniors that they serve, and they're just wonderful people, and they go above and beyond for the Meals on Wheels recipients.
And it's wonderful to know because it's really sad to think about, but with some of these people, that's the only meal it's the only access that they have to meals or any type of social interaction. So for them to care so much about what they do and really take that so seriously to the point where they're, becoming a resource for these people as well, becoming a friend, additional family for them is really awesome. So shout out to, our Meals on Wheels drivers and our caregivers and everybody that does everything for our seniors. That's really awesome. I see that you all have some sort of recreational things that you all do at the center as well to keep people active and keep them having fun and things. Your exercise area. So do you all have like classes, or is it just kind of an area for people to come together and get active?
We have both a fitness room and we also offer fitness classes as well. Our activities director offers Tai Chi, senior size, yoga. So there's several different fitness programs that we offer to keep seniors active, because that's another important aspect of remaining independent, is having that physical activity.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we all need to be more active, regardless of age, but definitely awesome thing that you're providing for them as well. Also, since this is Community Forum, I love to ask, is there any way that the community can help you all out, either in terms of donations or volunteering or job opportunities of working for you all?
Sure. We take donations at the Senior Center. And also, we have volunteers that assist with the meals in the dining room, and they can contact our agency if they're interested in that. And of course, we always need caregivers to assist the elderly and disabled clients that we have. In addition to that, we have a fall jamboree that we're going to be having in November, and that's a fundraiser to help raise money for the Commission on Aging as well.
Awesome. So is it kind of like a little festival that you all have?
Yeah, we're going to have some music and provide a meal and maybe do some games and a bake sale and different activities.
Awesome. Totally sounds fun, and we'll have to keep that on our calendar as well. Maybe get you to come back and talk a little bit more about that jamboree, because we love a good event, especially for a good cause, a fundraiser especially. So another question that I love to ask is, if money were no object and you had access to all the resources needed to implement it, what would you love to see happen with the Commission on Aging next?
Wow. I think just being able to expand the number of clients that we can serve. I think with the programs that we offer, we can meet the needs in the community, but if we had more funding or if money was no object, of course we could increase the amount of meals that we could provide or caregiver services that we could provide to the seniors in the community.
And I love to ask that here because I always think of it as kind of like a manifestation question. I always like to think that, there's somebody out there watching that sees it and maybe a light bulb goes off and they're like, hey, I can help with that in some type of way. So hopefully if you guys felt touched by that, if you felt that that was a message for you and you have a means or an opportunity to help out in any way, please feel free to get in touch with the Raleigh County Commission on Aging and, do a wonderful thing for, some of the great people in our community. I feel like that's really awesome. I forgot to ask more about the daily meals at the center. Are these like lunchtime meals or is it a specific time?
It's during lunchtime, and we do ask for a small donation. It is optional, but we do ask for a donation to help offset the cost for the meals that we provide.
Absolutely. So make sure that was noted. I love to ask about just certain things that the community could benefit from like that. So make sure if you all are looking for a nice meal or just people to fellowship with, because I think that sometimes just eating lunch with some other people and being able to network and things like that, it makes all the difference. Make sure that you get in touch with the Raleigh County Commission around noon to take advantage of these meals. And I see that there was also a mention of games. We talked about bingo a bit, which is a fan favorite always. Are there any other type of recreational events that you all host?
Recreational events. We do the senior picnics twice a year, and we have music and we do cookouts, and the seniors love getting out to the picnic shelter and just enjoying that fellowship with one another and the music and the food. So those are normally two of our biggest events.
Awesome. And is this like live music or like kind of played music, recorded? Because I feel like there may be an opportunity there for some live music. I think that there's probably some people out there that would love to play for you all.
That would be wonderful. The seniors love listening to live music, and so the more people we can have come out and provide that, the better.
I think that would be a lot of fun. And I see so many local like bands. We talk to so many people that are throwing festivals and little concerts and things. I think that would be a really awesome thing, you know, any bands and things out there or any musicians to get in touch with you all and entertain these folks.
We also have music during lunch on occasion, and so again, any musicians or bands that want to reach out to us and come and play for the seniors, I think they would absolutely love that.
Awesome. We're going to work on that, and hopefully we got some bands and some musicians listening out right now that are interested in doing that. I think that would be really cool. So we are about a minute or so out, but before we go, I would love to plug the contact information one more time.
Sure. We are the Raleigh County Commission on Aging, and we are located at 1614 South Kanawha Street in Beckley. Our number is 304-255-1397, and we look forward to hearing from the people in the community, and any questions that you have, please feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to answer those for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming to the
forum. Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. You gave us so much good information. And thank you all for joining us this Sunday. Be sure to tune in next Sunday where we speak to more local leaders and community success stories about important things affecting all of us here in Southern West Virginia. You all have